Hello, listeners, and welcome to the first episode of Spaña Spotlight. I will be your host for today and for this episode, and my name is Daisy Arevalo-Rodriguez. I am a future leader as well as being a student at UNM Los Alamos, and I have been working at Collective Impact for about 8 months now, so I'm very excited that we have made it this far and we've been planning for the podcast for a while, so I'm really glad it's happening now. But I would like our guests to introduce themselves as well. Can you tell us a bit about yourselves?
My name is Vanessa Arevalo-Rodriguez. I'm a junior at Pojoaque High School, and I'm the president here with Future Leaders at United Way.
Hi, my name is Eliseo I'm a senior at McCurdy Charter School, and I'm also a future leader.
What are the future leaders, and what do you guys aim to do as future leaders in the community?
Well, I think future leaders for me is to connect the kids or the youth of Española to more of a city of Española, and just putting our names out there on everything.
I'd say for me, Future Leaders is like a way that us youth can come together to not only try to help our community, but also put our effort and try to do what we want for our community in the future.
And what do you guys think are some ways in which Future Leaders has established this, or some events that you have done that has really marked Future Leaders' impact?
For me, I'd say the forum we had, I feel like it really put the youth's thoughts out and what we want for our community, and we were able to speak up on some concerns and things we wanted to improve in our community.
Yeah, I would also say the same thing for us, or for me too, for the forum, that it really put our names out there for for Española, and also highlighted the struggles that some kids are doing or having. I think the biggest thing for me was Roger Montoya from Moving Arts Española. He was the one that was really wanting to push me and my friend to go and share our stories, and he's done this multiple times, but I think for this one he was really hoping to see us over there. And I also think it was just for me to share my story a little bit of who I am and who I have become because of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think what led me the most to the forum to participate in it was just being able to bring on the concerns of our community, and just being able to express us as youth what we want, because I feel most of the time, since we're young, I feel most of our our thoughts or opinions are kind of overlooked because of it. So I feel it just led me to participate, because I feel it gave all of us the opportunity to be able to express what we really wanted to say to these candidates.
Mm-hmm. And do you guys think that the candidates really listened to our concerns and really had the answers that we were looking for in a way?
I'd say some of them did, but to be honest, some of the candidates' answers were kind of disappointing to hear in a way, because it wasn't really what I feel we were expecting to hear in a way. And I feel they were more focusing, I feel they were just trying to give us what we were trying to hear, but they weren't really I don't know how to say it.
Sincere?
Yeah.
So I think for my question, I was really looking for a specific answer. It was about combating the drug epidemic, I guess. And one of the counselors, I forgot his name, but he said that it was up to the person to get the help, even though you could give them the help and whatever else, but it's up to the person, which was what I was really expecting to hear from someone, at least.
Let's move on. So I know both of you were at the NELBA Youth Summit, so I just wanted to hear a little bit about your thoughts on that. And I know I didn't attend, but I heard a lot from Andrea and from Miquella, so I don't know, what were your thoughts, or what did you guys do? What did you guys participate in?
For the most part, I feel we were just kind of listening to different people speaking about the psychiatric, I don't know how you say it.
The psychiatric?
Yeah. Career and the association and the different things that they did. And we also had heard personal stories about what led them to want to take that career.
And for you, Lisa?
Mainly the biggest part. We also did going to breakout rooms to talk about some of the stuff. I know it was healing for our minds. There was three other ones. One was for the 988 program, and then how social media was impacting our mental health, I believe.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of nice. It was sucked that I had to wake up so early. I'm not
Yeah,
a
it
morning
was an
person.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to also like talk a little bit about the like fun stuff they had going on, like that cleansing ceremony we did, or the fair they had afterwards? Just
I mean, I could talk about the healing, not the healing, but like the prayer that they had. It was, I keep forgetting the name of it, but it was like the 4 directions prayer or whatever. They made us turn to each direction. They had a little symbol about everything. We started with the east, where there's sunrise, where everything begins anew, and then to the west, where it was basically what they said was death, and then to the north, which was the ancestors, your elders was like that too, and then to the south, which was you, the newcomers, and whatever else. And then they made us look to the sky and then to the floor. I don't really remember what those ones represent. And then we held our hearts for a while, and then they had us like some I don't know what it was, but it was like some center, yeah, something like that. And they blew it on to us. And then at the end, they just said to give each other hugs and go on with our days. But I felt like after that, it was like a sense of euphoria, you know. It felt like my mind was clear of everything.
Did you say that had to do with like the Zia symbol or something like that?
No, it was with the directions, the cardinal directions.
Okay, because doesn't like the Zia symbol also like have like, isn't that what it kind of
Yeah.
represents in a way? That just reminded me of that.
Basically.
I
Yeah.
think there was a connection there because
Okay.
it was what did they call it? Like I don't remember what it called,
Oh,
but he
like
had
Olympia.
us like something like that. But then he said a word in native, like he'd be like Omatekaya or something like that.
Mateo or something.
Yeah, something like that. And
Okay.
everyone had to repeat it before they changed directions. It was interesting. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool.
You, Vanessa?
I feel like the ceremony was like cool overall, but it was like very different, which kind of like made me like feel like it was like cool and it was like interesting, and it kind of reminded me like of like those like things they do like in shows sometimes. Like I don't know, it just reminded me like of a show. I don't know why, but yeah, I think that was like the coolest thing too because I feel like it was different.
How did you guys hear about future leaders?
Through Daisy Arevalo.
My sister made me go one time.
Both through their sisters. Okay.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit, like initially your thoughts when you first came, and then like how you guys evolved to being involved, and whether or not like it was like you kind of were like, okay, I'll go check it out, and why'd you keep coming?
For me, I'd say at first I just came because of Daisy and because like she told me that they were starting a new program. So I technically just kind of came to like support her, I guess. But throughout, I feel like it's very like fun, and I feel like I've gotten like opportunity to do things that I haven't really done. So I feel like that's what made me continue on to stay in the program.
For me, my sister made me want to go. I don't remember the reason why, but I do remember her friends were going. She said I should go because I was the only ride. But the reason I stayed is because it kind of reminded me of like student senate at our school. I've been a part of that since 7th grade, I want to say. So it just reminded me of that and doing like all that work and stuff, which I find enjoying, which is kind of why I stayed.
Yeah. For Vanessa, what does being president mean, and why did you join the council as president?
Honestly, the day we were voting for like the council, no one was volunteering for president, so I just kind of volunteered. But I feel like as the program has like progressed and like we've done like more activities throughout like the program as a whole, I feel like I kind of hold an honor to being president of Future Leaders because I feel like I'm being a part of being able to connect the youth to different parts of our community and help the youth in a way kind of like progress.
And do you think you have grown from that? What do you think that you have gotten better at from being president?
Like, are there any skills you didn't have before? Like, are you more comfortable being in crowds or speaking up in crowds, or if there's anything you've learned being president?
I feel like nothing really has changed like in my personality wise, but I feel like I have met like a lot of new incredible people, and I feel like that's what like is the great part for me for being president of Future Leaders.
I wanted to ask Eliseo if he could talk a little bit about his program here that we have, So Sweets, and what really led him to have a passion for baking.
Okay, yeah. So Seo Sweets is my own baking class here at the Casita at McCartney Ministries. It's once a month, every first Wednesday of the month. And I come up with a plan or a schedule of what I want to make, and I just do it. Started having a passion for baking during my 10th grade year. I remember it was in October during art. I just felt like there's opportunities or ways for me to make money at my school by selling my baked goods. At first it was going to be like snacks, like candies, cokes, and whatever else. But for the videos that I saw doing that, you needed like a gym bag or whatever, which I didn't have. I wasn't in any sports or whatever else, so I couldn't really do that. But then I thought of like baked goods, which was like the next best thing, or which was much more easier for me to like kind of like smuggle in to the school and stuff, which is how I started that. The summer of going into 11th grade year, my counselor found my passion for cooking and got me into a program called CHAPS, the Community Health Ambassadors Program at Moving Arts Española. And ever since then, it's just taken off. I've done a few cooking classes, helped out over there and stuff, and it's just grown my want to bake and stuff, and that's how it ended over here with Seo Sweets.
What do you guys think are ways in which we can improve future leaders? Like, for example, today we had a meeting and we were talking about how we have meetings every month, but I feel like a way in which we could get more kids involved or have kids more consistently want to show up is to like do events with them, but like focus only on future leaders. So I know this is something that Tilly had mentioned. I don't know if both of you were here for like the first meeting that we had in August, but she had mentioned getting a tour of a national park, and a lot of people seemed interested in that, and I feel like that was one of the ways that we came up with, just like getting not extracurriculars, but like I guess in a way getting kids more in nature or more in activities, more like even bowling games and stuff like that. So what do you guys think is another way in which future leaders can get better, or do you agree with that?
I feel like I agree with that. If we as future leaders like begin doing like more activities outside just meeting once a month, I feel like that could like really like improve our relationship in like a personal way, but as well like
As a council?
yeah.
I don't really know.
It's really hard. I feel like a lot of the times we try to get like youth here and they show up, but I know that there's a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of youth that we have in our council are also involved in other things, and a lot of the times school or sports or clubs can be a priority, but I feel like we really just want to have that place in which future leaders can be comfortable and they could become friends with each other. I feel like a lot of the time when we get together, it's everyone kind of gets into little groups, and I don't really know how to connect them with each other, and I feel like actually getting events like that together is one of the ways that we've been thinking about. And then another one would be like social media outreach, and we were thinking of like doing little like skits on TikTok or something like that. And I don't know, I feel like that would be fun. For some of you it might be like a little embarrassing for some of your classmates to watch that. So our next question is, why do you think it's important for future leaders to exist?
Like before, I feel like future leaders is important to exist because it brings out our thoughts as youth to the community and helps us express ourselves and give us opportunities that I feel like we wouldn't really be able to have on our own.
I feel the same way. I feel like it also bridges the gap from us youth to the city, just shares our voices with our concerns.
What do you each want to learn from being a leader in your community?
Is it random if I say social skills?
No, those
No,
are
just
great
working.
things to build up.
Yeah.
No, I'd say
Especially being
that.
a leader.
Yeah, I think I'd say that then because I feel like I'm a really awkward person. So I feel like it's like very like hard for me to like be able to like talk to people more.
I would say that as well. I'm very shy and awkward. I'd also want to be kind of sort of build connections with like community builders or leaders, I feel like. I kind of want to get into politics myself. So I think getting like with the mayor and whatever else is a good part to do.
What were you thinking of getting involved?
I
This
feel
is
like
it.
being a city councilor, hopefully the mayor, maybe.
I'd vote for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know about a senator though, because I'm all scared. It
Yeah.
gets too much.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of like Leo Jaramillo, but he represents Santa Fe County, Rio Arriba, Chama, Los Alamos. And I'm like, I can't do that. I only know this part. So
Yeah, you could learn little by little. And I feel like he does a lot. I feel like a lot of our communities are really similar too. And I feel like a lot of them are facing similar issues as well. So I feel like you'd be great at it.
Probably.
We'll start your campaign right now, guys. Vote for Eliseo.
For student senate president, I had this campaign or this poster that said please, 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 like for Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
It was her face and it said vote for me, and it had my face on hers.
Yeah.
Instead, everyone loved it. It was the best one, I feel like. I have to use that again.
That's cool. I wish I could go to Coachella. I know this is random, but
She's been talking about that for like a week.
bro, like I want to go to all the headliners. No, I feel so much FOMO because everyone's posting it. I'm just home.
I got really bad FOMO from the Carol G one.
Okay. Anyways, we will be back after a short break, and this segment is Partners and Community. We all work together to help our community grow and shine. We'd like to take a moment to bring up a partner and community.
I'd like to shout out Moving Arts, Española. They have done a really great ideology, or they have a really great ideology of art is therapy, which has helped tons of kids in this valley. They've also helped a lot of kids with jobs and start partnering with communities.
Another brief interruption. We wanted to let you all know that this episode was recorded in April, so any upcoming events mentioned may have already passed or sadly had to end, like Saya Sweets, as Eliseo graduated this year, so he's moving on to the next phase of his life. But catch up now with our current future leaders' summer plans. We're getting together more often and are creating a space where the council will be able to enjoy more activities, games, food, and even small outings. Join us June 22nd for bowling and in July for more.
Welcome back from that short break. We'll now move on to getting to know more about our future leaders. Earlier, we mentioned some of the things that our future leaders have done, and both of you participated in a few of these events. So the first one that we wanted to mention was Youth Summit, because I feel like that was one of our biggest events as future leaders, and you both participated in it. So what was the Youth Summit, and what do you guys think was the importance of it?
Do we remember when this youth summit happened?
It was in like November, right?
November.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like that really big one that we were all a part of at the college.
I just don't remember like I remember everything we did, but I don't remember what like the overall idea of it was.
Just to get to know the community and the kids better.
Yeah, I think it was more to like just kind of expose your guys' selves to your peers in other schools.
Yeah. Basically just like to,
Kind of like advertise future leaders in a way.
I guess, but also like get to know what the youth need in the community.
So in a way it was like
Because we talked about a lot of different things. We talked
Yeah.
about like different family structures, people from families that come from addiction. We talked about just school and stressful situations and stuff like that. So just like everything.
I guess the goal of it you could say was their peers getting to know peers.
Because we advertised it to like all the surrounding schools, but we mostly had people from McCurdy and Española. What did you guys do in the youth summit? I know Eliseo participated in a lot. Do you want to talk a little about what you participated in?
So they had a piece of the segment where they were able to show a short film that I was in with Moving Arts and Museum of International Folk Arts, and they're able to show us that. Then they were doing like a Q&A, I guess I want to say, for like the show, for the film. And then later on, I talked about my struggles with being raised by my grandparents. I think that was most of it. After I talked about what I was going to talk about, they had another Q&A to talk about like different struggles, not like the different struggles, but like how people could help, some other things that like came with that, I guess.
And how about you, Vanessa? How did you participate?
For me, I kind of participated in just like helping the summit come together. I was mostly just doing more of a backstage and like introduction to some of the people that participated.
And you both also joined us at our time at the Roundhouse and the legislature. And what did you guys learn from that experience? I know it was kind of like a long day. We were just like touring the whole place. So what did you guys learn?
I'd say I learned like the different structures about like politics because I don't really know how the system like works like into depth. So I feel like that just kind of like helped like create like an image, I guess, of how it works. And I feel like it was just like really interesting and cool to just see like how everything works and like being able to like just see the like legislator place as a whole.
For me, I've been to the legislature a few times. I did the Enlace legislative session where I was able to shadow Leo Jaramillo last year. And then I was also with the Lorenzo de Zavala Youth Legislative Session, which it was another internship where we were able to like create our sort of like our own government where we got into jobs like the Supreme Court, the governor, the Senate, and then also the House of Representatives. I was with the representatives. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was like in ninth grade. So that was kind of scary for me, but I really learned a lot from those experiences. But it was fun to kind of like show my friends around who have never been through there.
Yeah.
Another big thing that I saw over there was DECA. I never really knew what that one or what that was or what that stood for
Yeah.
until that day.
Do you think that those internships that you had with some of the senators is what gave you kind of like the passion to get into politics?
Yeah, most definitely. I really like the one with Leo Jaramillo. Just, I think the only part that I can remember was us rushing out of his room, turned to the right or no, to the left, and then took a picture with some of the people from the Larder Club, like Lolo, I believe is her name. And then we dashed back to the right, and then right there in front of his door was what's her name, Susan Herrera, and someone needed to talk to her or something like that. So he was like, here's Susan Herrera, and then we went back into his room for no reason whatsoever. And I was like, what the heck? But I really like the busyness of it, I want to say. I just fell in love with that culture, I guess.
Okay, so we also do have a few things at Collective Impact Casita. Not only do we have our monthly meetings here every third month, we recently had a Easter egg coloring. I don't know, we could talk a little bit about how that day went. Vanessa, you were here for that? What did you think of that?
I think it was really fun. I feel like I really like kids and spending time with kids. So I feel like participating in activities where I get to spend time with kids, especially because it was like really fun, just like painting eggs with them and like seeing them experiment on like their coloring eggs. I feel like it was you left.
No, I'm just remembering something.
I think it was like really fun and like really sweet to just like be a part of that experience.
I was laughing because of my mom.
Oh my god.
So that day, we were outside, we were coloring eggs, and my little brother and my mom and my sister came to, he was gonna get involved in the Easter egg hunt. But they came a little late, and when it was time for the Easter egg, he was getting his face painted. So my mom just screamed at her, the top of her lungs, his name, and literally everyone turned.
Literally heard him all the way through the casita. Like,
I know.
everyone just like turns and my mom was just screaming. So funny.
Yeah, but anyways, okay. So do we have anything else that we hope to achieve as future leaders, whether that be with yourselves or with the group as a whole? I mean, summer's coming up, so like we have an opportunity to do some stuff during the summer. Do you guys have any ideas?
Like, we'll have opportunities to like meet up more, or you guys can have suggestions for things that we could start doing in the future. So just like little events that we could do to get more people in our community involved. So is there like any stuff like that you guys have been thinking about that you could bring forward to the table? Or like we said, like with yourselves, is there anything you want to achieve going forward?
I feel like it would be nice to do more like activities that involve the community, but also like bring future leaders together so we can like become like closer as a council.
Do you have an idea of what that could be?
I feel like it'd be fun if we had like something. Yeah, the grass like in the McCurdy
Mm-hmm.
Ministries.
That'd be fun.
I feel like it'd be nice.
I never really thought about what's happening in the summer. I just take it one day at a time. What I really would want to do would be maybe like a career day or something. I just think it would be really fun to have like a welder come and he could show us how to weld or whatever.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that to get like hands-on experience, into those things.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Andrea has really been working on getting some workshops during the summer. And I know one of them is like Garcia tires and changing your oil or changing your tires, something like that. So I think workshops like that is something that a lot of youth would be interested in, and maybe even partnering up with other nonprofits or other agencies in the community and getting the future leaders involved in like a workshop or a course in which we could learn something. What would you say to others who are interested in joining future leaders?
To join. I'd really recommend them to join. I feel like it's a wonderful experience, and you are able to participate in many different activities, as well as like build relationship with like other people your age from different schools. I had the opportunity to meet many people from different schools, which I think is really cool because I'm not really an outgoing person. So I feel like future leaders just like gave me that opportunity to be able to start relationships with people I never thought I'd have.
I think if you want to join Future Leaders, you should just come in for one of the meetings. I mean, it's only, an hour? Maybe like 45 minutes of your day. It's not that much, and you get to hear what they're doing in the community and stuff, and see if you like really want to join a part of this group.
Also, I feel like people might get scared because it kind of seems like intimidating, because I feel like it kind of sounds like it's more like a professional place, kind of, But it's like really like laid back and just like fun, and it kind of feels like we're just hanging out. It's really nice.
Is there anything else that you guys want to mention before we end the podcast episode?
Well, Eliseo for prom queen. I mean, king. I mean, sorry.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
I think by the time we're going to have this out, your prom might already be happening. So
Probably.
hopefully Eliseo won prom king.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be
I'm
the
manifesting,
host.
y'all.
Yeah, we're
You should be the
manifesting it.
host for the next one and let the audience know.
We'll buy you a crown, and we'll be like, you could start being with like the McCurdy prom king.
We can have an episode update, Eliseo's life. Did he win?
Okay, so thank you both for joining us for this episode and sharing with us what Future Leaders is and what it means to you.
Once again, my name is Vanessa, and
My name's Eliseo too.
My name is Daisy, and thank you for listening to Spaña Spotlight.